Yo, what is going on, my squad? Yo, Ten Toes family, the most beautiful collective on YouTube. And guys, I decided that maybe we should talk about something serious today, right? Because I was reading a comment the other day and I was watching a Kai Cenat video, right? And one of the comments said something similar in the lines of, oh, I guess it was so easy for him to have everything handed to him or something like that, right? And then I just remembered that, maybe 3 months ago I saw a Kai Cenat video. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, what he went through was pretty stressful. He didn't have just, anything handed to him straight out. He didn't get famous overnight. And that's what I want to talk about today, guys, right? Is I feel like people don't talk about this enough. And it's about, the reality of being a content creator, the reality of being on the internet, the reality of being, someone that's on a podcast, the reality of being a researcher, reaction channel, just the reality of content creation. And okay, right. So I was showing, and as an insane affiliate, it doesn't even make sense. I was showing an acquaintance of mine my channel, right? And they're like, "Yo, damn, like your numbers are rising." And I'm nowhere even near where I want to be at. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I'm stressed out about this shit. And this content creation stuff is hard, and it's tedious, and that's what people don't talk about. Everybody just sees YouTubers and content creators after the fact of them blowing up. They just see, oh well, it's easy for you because this and that and the third, but they didn't see all the long nights that everybody had to put in. They didn't see all the long nights that, maybe Kaisenat, maybe Speed. I know I have, maybe you have, but there's been nights where I've been so stressed out about this shit where I drop a tear because I know I have something to prove, and, I'm consistent with it, and I don't put out content that's trash. I put out valuable content, something you guys can always take from it, whether it's knowledge, whether it's a laugh, whether it's just someone that's there for you, whether it's background noise while you're getting your work done. And it's crazy. The other day I was thinking like, damn, like I don't know how long this could take me. I don't know if it could take me 6 months. I don't know if it could take me 2 years. I don't know if this could take me 7 years. The other day I went live and I had no viewers, not one viewer. And I just kept going on it, and I just in my head I just visualize, me practicing. That's how what I use practice for. I visualize, maybe there's people watching, and I talk to myself and stuff, and maybe there's someone that is watching, and maybe they catch me at a good time and they can, take something from that little part of when I went live. And yeah, I get a little bit more traction on my TikTok live, and it's crazy because I'm so close, guys, to monetizing my channels. I'm so close to it, but it seems so far away. And as I was explaining, I don't know if it's gonna take 2 years. I don't know if it's gonna take 7 years. I don't know if it's gonna take 6 months, but I've accepted that fact that I might be on here for a decade doing this for free with no viewers. And I accepted that, and I'm okay with it. I put content out for me. I basically started putting content out because there was basically nothing on YouTube that was entertaining anymore. There was nothing on YouTube that, satisfied my video craze. And so I started making content and started doing things that I would be interested in. And I'm very glad that I have more subscribers, and I'm very glad we're reaching that goal, guys. Remember, at 3,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing cash giveaways. And that's going to be all for you guys, my collective, my family. Much love. I took my braids out, guys. Sorry, I have, gotta do my hair routine and stuff, and that takes like about a week to get my hair all healthy so I can rebraid it. It's just this little thing that I do. But if I was telling you that this was easy, I'd be lying. This isn't easy, and some people have it easier than others because some people might have went to school for editing and uh, having better ideas and how to grab attention or what makes something pop. And then you have people like me that basically picked it up having no knowledge, and I taught myself how to do everything. I taught myself how to edit. I taught myself how to, you know, um, do the overlays and drag and cut things out and do the captions and make everything look, like a video you would actually see on YouTube. I had to teach myself all of that, guys. It wasn't taught to me. And, when you have something beautiful like that where you can learn and it's something that makes you happy, and it's something that you can be consistent with, guys, do that. Watch a couple videos on how to edit. You know what I mean? It's not as hard as it seems. I thought it was so hard. I looked at editing like, oh my god, like what am I even doing here? And it's trial and error and trial and error. You guys can see in the beginning videos that I've ever posted on YouTube, they're whack. They're whack as hell. But you know what? I keep them on there because it reminds me of where I started. The only videos that I took down were the ones that I got community guideline or, age restricted from because I was smoking on there. But, I should be more of a channel that everybody could watch, everybody could grab knowledge from. But yeah, like it's not easy, it's not handed to you. If you think that life's gonna be handed to you, or you're just gonna sit around and wait and be like, well, I'm gonna blow up and I'm gonna be rich and famous one day. You're not going to. You're not going to. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. It's very important. And so, yo, content creators out there, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you. And this video might not even reach 10 people. And you know what? That's okay. For the ones that do watch it, thank you very, very much. Oh, Mr. Daddy Baby. Draco just pulled up next to me. I don't know if you guys can see him, but yeah, so that was the topic of today, is just, the harsh reality of content creating, the harsh reality of YouTube, and me on this platform, I'm trying to make YouTube more YouTube again, YouTube with just YouTube lost the you, and I'm trying to put that back in it. And yo, they did change the community guidelines and, their terms and agreements. So guys, read into those because people aren't getting paid for certain reaction content. So yo, be on the lookout for that. And yo, I can't wait. I can't wait to have a Sunday sessions with you guys. It's always a beautiful feeling getting on the camera and talking with everybody. But just know that you can be making content, right, for 2 years, and just know that you could be getting 6 views for those 2 years, but don't stop. Just try new things. Take this time to try new things, new thumbnails, this and that and the third. Use this as practice. Because when you find your niche, or not even your niche, but when you find your style, everything's gonna be easier for you. One of the other harsh things of content creation, right? One of the other harsh realities of being a YouTuber, a TikToker, so on and so forth, is that it does come in the way of family if you let it, right? In the beginning, I was letting it come in the way of my family because instead of making memories with my family, I was like, I gotta put this video out, I gotta edit, I gotta do this and that. And I was taking time away from my family because I didn't time manage right. So it could be very unhealthy if you don't have time management because you're gonna take time away from your family to do this. Just know, if you're working a full-time job and doing YouTube and, having kids and being a full-time husband and, being a full-time everything just like me, you know what I mean? Like we can get it done. But my bad, I had a big old brain fart. Yeah, but time manage, because you can run the world and you can still do what you like to do. That's what I'm just trying to get at. But without proper time management and, without the proper balance, you can push people away just for a YouTube video, and, you'll push everybody away for the 2 years that it won't even matter. You get me? So I'm not saying that it doesn't matter in a sense of don't post, always post, but I mean, don't ruin your family over it. It doesn't matter right now. Just keep doing your thing, keep building your relationships, keep working on your mental health, and integrate YouTube in it because you'll find your balance to where you can really focus on what you want to do with YouTube, TikTok, whatever you're doing. And yeah, yeah, and it wasn't always like this, guys. Like when I first moved into this apartment, me and my wife, we hardly didn't have anything. We had a busted couch. We had, no furniture really. We didn't have much, and working hard, being consistent, and just doing the right things brought us to where I am now on this nice ass couch. I actually have things now. And it's crazy. I have all the paperwork, right? But I posted a little video of my chain on my TikTok, and like five people were like, "Oh, that shit's fake. That shit's fake." And I have the paperwork. That's crazy. My wife's, right, is 10 karat, or yeah, 10 karat solid gold, and with real 1/6 natural cut diamonds, right? And so, and this one's literally just solid 925 silver, but this one's just lab stones, guys. This isn't no natural diamonds or nothing. These are just lab stones. But yeah, we got ourselves little gifts, and it's crazy. Like, this is real jewelry, right? And people are gonna still say on the internet that it's fake because they can't afford it. Because they salty because they're probably wearing some shit off of the TikTok shop. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's very possible, and stop hating on people, you know what I mean? Just because maybe you can't afford it. Like, just get your money up and stop hating on people. Like, I didn't have none of this stuff. I didn't have any of this stuff. It was all these are trophies. These are trophies, but yeah, yeah, Tento's family. This was just a video on the harsh reality of content creation, the harsh reality of YouTube being a TikToker, the harsh reality of just, trying to make your mark in the world. And this is a very competitive space, guys. It's a very, very competitive space, let me tell you. And just keep going and don't stop. Keep posting the consistency, guys. And also, here's a little tip, right? Clip farming is the best way to grow subscribers, guys. YouTube just wants to see that you're utilizing the whole app. They just want to see that you're, using your shorts, your long form, everything. So, if you don't know what to put out for shorts, you guys watch videos every single day. You guys watch TV every single day. You guys are researching it something every single day. There's got to be something that's very interesting to you that you could make a 1 minute clip about. Maybe throw some little edits just so it pops a little more and then put it out. How do you think I was able to get 40,000, 50,000 views? I clip farmed. I was watching some streams, clip farmed, edit it in a way that it was popping and just threw it out. You know what I mean? And you'll catch your little like rises of the algorithm. You'll catch your rises of the algorithm because it's a hit or a miss. Something that you might be posting might just be in line with what the algorithm needs, or it could not be and it still be interesting. So just keep posting. That's my biggest advice. Just keep posting. But my family, I've been going live now, and yo, so check it out if you guys want to. It's pretty entertaining. I do gotta get a headset because using the PlayStation mic, and it's a little bit laggy, but your boy's making it work with what I got. But yo, love y'all, and yo, stay up, keep posting, and keep doing your thing. Y'all got this. I believe in you, and thank you for believing in me. Later, Tento's family.